Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Festlist. I'm your host, John Ryan. And boy, was NXT on fire. We had some killer matches, multiple title defenses, a surprise title defense. Champion needed to hand over a title because they're injured. Trick and Ricky was fighting the whole show. That lead into the big announcement for Go Rush. So let's get right into it. So we kicked these off with Trick Williams backstage, yelling at production, trying to find Ricky. He comes out and he says he built this division. He don't care. He says he is a deadlight winner. He won the deadlight match. He's a multiple-time champion. Ricky Saints did none of that, and Ricky Saints just beat him just a bit. Not fair, and Ricky is a weak little. And then Ava comes out saying, well, if you just came to my office, we could have discussed about a title rematch, but you lost the match clean and fair. Ricky comes out saying, oh, hell no, he want to say that about me. So they brawl. And they brawl, but that leads them to brawl backstage. Great way to open the show, and we're going to see a lot more of them throughout the show. Then we get the Speed Championship Tournament finals for the men. So we have Axiom versus Jasper Troy. And I already knew how the match was going to go. So let's just talk about it. Axiom did some cool flips and high flying. He tried to do multiple headlocks, but Jasper Troy just demolishes him. He just tossed him around like a rag doll and picked up the win like it was nothing. With one big slam with a couple seconds left. So Miyagano and Jasper Troy will be facing for the Speed title. Most likely Jasper Troy is taking that Speed title. There's no way Americano is going to beat Jasper Troy. I'm just saying it now. Then we get Ruca backstage with Zaria and Ava tells Soul, the doctor said they don't know when you're going to be recovered from your leg injury. I'm going to need you to have someone defend the title for you, or you have to relinquish it. And Soul says the Speed Championship needs a defending champion. She gives the title to Ava.
Really?
In front of Zaria's face, her so-called best friend's face. Yeah. Zaria's turning heel. Zaria was mad. And Soul said, one needs a defending champion. I can't wait for Zaria to just snap. And Ava announces next week is the beginning of the Women's Speed Tournament again.
Really?
So we have the Women's Speed Tournament happening again. So we're going to get maybe rematches or new contenders. I don't know. Pretty interesting, though. Then we got our creepy queen of NXT, Tatum Paxley, coming out with her group, The Colon. And she is so happy. She talks about how it was a big win. It was emotional, and she really wanted the title not for her, but for everyone that's weird and odd and don't fit in with the crowd. Izzy is happy for her. Everyone is. But Tatum says, I'm going to be a defending champion. So tonight, I want a challenger. Izzy seems hesitant. Izzy's like, I help you win the title, Tatum. You just gotta. Do not put yourself in that position. Tatum, she's creepy, but she's also crazy. She gets the wheel of misfortune from Halloween Havoc. I was just surprised we didn't see it at the show. Finally, we see it. And it's a bunch of names from the main roster, Evolve, TNA, but one name is not on the list. Izzy Dane. And Sean Spears points it out, and Izzy's like, oh yeah, my name is not on there. And Tatum's like, well, if I put your name on there, that's going to cause drama. So I would never defend the title against you because that's just going to cause drama. Izzy looks mad, but Tatum's right, because anytime a tag team go after the same title, it doesn't work. So in my opinion, Tatum is actually right about that for some reason, and it lands on Lola Vice. So later in the night, we get Lola Vice and Tatum Paxley for the NXT Women's Championship. Then we had the Evolve Women's Championship match with Lash Legend and Kendall Grey. And I'm going to say this was a great match. The Evolve division is so good. I've been catching up with the Evolve, the women and men division, but Kendall Grey is one of the breakouts. And I'm so happy that she's the new champion. This match was so good. So right away, Lash dominated with pure power, locking in submissions, flying around like a headlock submission, spin, slam. I don't even know what to call it. But Kendall Grey was slick. She was moving in between the ropes, back and forth with roll-ups. Really cool, innovative. I don't even know how to explain how Kendall Grey moves in the ring. Her wrestling style is so clean, so persistent. But at the end, Kendall Grey was able to hit the Grey signature for the win. I mean, so Kendall Grey is still the Evolve Women's Champion. What did this mean? Ren Sinclair was referred by ringside, so I'm really interested to see how that all plays out. And then we get Miles Bourne versus Trivian Heights, an absolute banger. Old school wrestling match, great mat work, great back and forth. Pretty much like old school chain wrestling. At the end, Heights picks up the win. But out of nowhere, Josh Briggs comes to attack Trivian Heights. Ricky comes out of nowhere to take out Miles Bourne and still complain about Ricky. So then Ricky shows up. So like, we have Trick beating up Miles to get to Ricky. And then Josh and Heights is fighting. Ava's like, what the hell is going on? Multiple men are brawling. They break it up. Pretty much the men's title is looking stacked. And who's going to come after the title, we do not know. So backstage, Chelsea Green is celebrating Eat the Page win over El Hijo, the Dr. Wagner Jr. I know I've been saying Nino, so it's El Hijo, the Dr. Wagner Jr. Halloween Havoc, and she is proud, and Ethan's like, can you like get security? You have Alba. It's too many people looking after me from NXT, AAA. Like, pretty much Ethan is like, I don't want any outsiders to get this title. And then out of nowhere, Thea Hale passed by, and she says, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry pops out of a trash can.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Chelsea Green gets spooked. Alba gets spooked. And Ethan says, let's get the hell out of here. And pretty much Thea Hale just tells Joe Hendry, come on, let's go. So maybe a tag team match down the line. Very interesting storyline with everyone involved. Then we get the NXT Women's Championship match for Tatum Paxley and Lola Vice. And this was really good. Lola Vice did her MMA styles, leg locks, backfish, shrikes, but Tatum countered with like Black Widow spider removals. Like the way she reverses stuff in the ring is cool. Great back and forth. But out of nowhere, Fatal Influence attack Izzy Dame mid-match, pushing her against the barricade, pushing her into the steel steps. Lola and Tatum is confused. They try to fight off Fatal Influence, and Fatal Influence beats him up, and JC Jane hits a big boot straight to Tatum's face, saying that she wants her title back. So we need to see how this storyline plays out. And then we have Blake Monroe, the glamour of NXT, talking about how she won the North American Women's title, and she proved that she is the most glamorous thing to happen at NXT, but she still has that dark side, and she talks about sometimes you have to let the darkness into the glamour to show the real star. I like this vignette. I like how we're still keeping the old school Girl Next Door TV sitcom, but adding that wicked harlot, like devil mood into it. I can see it maybe going into a Sabrina the Teenage Witch, not like her being like creepy witchy, but like just that edge. Like, oh, it's like a teeny bop type of character, but she has like some edge to her. So I can't wait to see how Blake's character evolves from winning the championship. And then we end the night with the main event, Kehlani Jordan versus Jordynne Grace for the Knockout Championship. And boy, was it a main event. Right away, Kehlani slaps the hell out of Jordynne Grace. That gets her match, so she dead presses her to death. Great back and forth. Kehlani using her athleticism, flipping off the ropes in between the ropes. Great back and forth. Jordynne Grace does this cool, like, running back into the corner and then putting it into roll-up into clotheslines. Like, Jordynne Grace moveset is incredible, amazing and incredible. The way that she can, like, flip and, like, twist her opponents is great. On the outside, Kehlani does a big dive, and then she literally slams Jordynne Grace's leg into the steel steps. That looked like it hurt like hell. Back in the ring, both of them went back and forth. Kehlani tries to use the title and tries to cheat to hit Jordynne Grace with it, but then Ricky and Trick comes out of nowhere and they bash through a barricade, and every referee and security is like, what is going on? And then Jordynne Grace hits a German suplex, and she could have got the win, but the referee came too late in the ring. And then the referee is trying to help the rest of the security with Trick and Saints because they're still fighting around the ring. And at the end, Kehlani hits Jordynne Grace with the TNA Knockouts title for the win. And Kehlani is now here, I think, because she kind of smiles and she's happy that she cheated to win. And then Trick and Saints keep fighting. Ava comes out of nowhere being like, you know what? You guys want a rematch 2 weeks from now. Gold Rush, you're going to have a rematch. But guess what? Why not have a last man standing match and let the best man win? And whoever is left standing gets the title. Let's go. That's going to be a killer match. We get a last man standing match as the first match announced for Gold Rush. Lit. And I cannot wait. That's pretty much my review. And boy, NXT was stacked. We had multiple championship matches. And I feel like this is building up to Gold Rush. I'm not surprised next week if we get some AAA people, some Evolve people maybe, because like we're getting these champions talking about how they want to keep their titles. People are going after them. So we have to wait to see. Hopefully you guys liked the review, and I'll see you guys next time.